Hi, everybody. This is Aditi Bhagwat. I'm a dancer and a musician from India, from Mumbai. So a little about what I do, which will be a sort of a primary introduction to everything, to what I'm about to present today. Just a little glimpse of the kind of music, the kind of musical tradition we carry from our country. So I'm a proud alumni of One Beat, which is a fellowship program, an initiative of the US State Department of Educational and Cultural Affairs. And I was part of the program in their pioneering year in 2012. And it was an amazing experience because, well, I've started off as an Indian classical dancer. But what sets my dance form apart from most other styles that you see, is the use of rhythm and a lot of percussion with our very own instrument called these ankle bells, which I'm going to show you. These. So they make like a really nice sound, and depending on how many ankle bells you have in each foot, right now I have about 100 in each foot, determines the density of the sound, the volume, the pitch, all of that. So so this is what sets my dance form apart from most other styles, is the use of these instruments on our feet, and the fact that we try and match up the feet and the bells to the sound of any other sort of percussive instrument, starting from the very traditional tabla to drums, to the djembe, to the cajon, sometimes even to a quattro, a guitar, sometimes a piano, a rhythmic melody played on the piano, or even the bass guitar. So from amongst all these various experiments I have done back in India, include collaborations with drummers, with djembe players, with cajon players. And I have a YouTube channel, Aditi Bhagwat Dance, or even just Google Aditi Bhagwat, Aditi Bhagwat. And that is where you can check out more links of my collaborations with all these different artists. So yeah, so how I got into One Beat. One Beat was a great program which kind of challenged us to go beyond our borders, beyond what our art has to offer, and how we can possibly apply these things to more contemporary ideas. So traditionally, when I couple my feet and my bells with an Indian traditional instrument, it has a certain sound, it has certain beats. But then you sort of cross borders and jam with Western instruments, or maybe African instruments, and it's a great blend. So now, how do we do all of this is what I got to feature in One Beat. And because I was a part of One Beat, today I'm happy to be part of the World Listening Day, which is amazing, connecting different artists from all over the world and the audience from all over the world, where we can spread the message and the language of our art. So I'm going to quickly just show you what exactly I mean by these bells and foot percussion. So now, rhythm is rhythm. Everybody follows the basic 4, the basic 8, or the 16, and the more sophisticated arts have sometimes counts of 5 and 7, and sometimes even a 5.5 or a 7.5. And then we have specific language corresponding each of these rhythms. And this is rhythmic language. It's not Indian or it's not foreign. It's just a rhythmic language. For example, a 3 is a ta-ki-ta, 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 ta-ki-ta. And a 5 could be ta-ka, ta-ki-ta, ta-ka, ta-ki-ta, ta-ka, ta-ki-ta, ta-ka, ta-ki-ta, 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. So you can see as the balance shifts, the 3s and the 5s appear different. Then the 7, 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 ta 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 ta. So there's a 3, there's a 5, there's a 7, and there's the regular 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that kind of a beat. Each of these beats have their own names, like the takita, then the takatakita, then the takadimi takita, which is the 7, and the traditional nadin, dinna, nadin, dinna, nadin, dinna, nadin, dinna, nadin, dinna, which you can all recognize as a nice 8 or a swing of the 16. Now, how we emote these with the feet? I'll quickly show you. We didn't start the start part. So now the 3 is usually a everything here is the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it was a. So now what we do is we use the bells and the impact of the feet to project the rhythm. So it's the feet, the paws, and different parts of the foot that create different notes. For example, the bass notes are often shown with that part of your foot. The lighter tones with the heels, which can be a pretty much like how you would play a cajon or a djembe. And then there is just the heel. So I'm doing a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, a 3 and a 5 combination of an 8. And then there's the paw, of course, and then some combinations of all the feet. So it is a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So then what you do is basically use combinations of all these movements and put them together when you perform a rhythmic set. And usually this is accompanied by a cajon or a djembe or a drum or a tabla. Now, since I don't have my fellow musicians here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a click track on the metronome and maybe perform a series of these foot patterns. And then maybe you can make out the rhythm that I performed from the stomping. Now, the rhythm is dha takit dha dakit takit dekit takit dekit dha dakit takit dekit dha takit dha dakit takit dekit takit dekit dha dakit takit dekit. There's a nice swing. Pa parata tarata tarata tararata tarata 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 tararata tarata 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 tararata tarata. That's the swing I'm going to follow. Dha takit dha dakit takit dekit takit dekit dha dakit takit dekit dha. Presented to the metronome. how you sequence all these various foot movements and build a certain rhythm, which is usually accompanied, or you perform on top of a melody, which serves as a loop, or maybe just a beat of the drum, which serves as a loop. Now, I think you can more or less call this like an applied form of art, because the dance form is called Kathak, Kathak, and the feet, the footwork with the ghungroos, which are the ankle bells, forms a subdivision or an applied part of this art form, which I'm trying to largely experiment with and grow with, and hopefully collaborate with more and more musicians. So yes, if you have any questions, please feel free to come and talk, and hopefully we can. Okay. What has dance taught you about sound? What do you believe in the future? Oh, okay, good question. So, what has dance taught you about sound? Okay. Okay. What has dance taught me about sound is what somebody has asked me. I'm very glad that my style of Indian classical dancing is often very complementary to music. Our dance is never a dance form by itself. It is not just movements incorporated in a certain body type or in a certain shape and form, but all our dancing is an offshoot of the music. So whenever you have certain instrument playing, our body movements correspond to the instrument and not just the dynamics or the technique of dance. So it is more soulful simply because it is completely correlated to rhythm and to music, to singing. So which is why I feel I grew up listening to a lot more music than just following dance as something that is molding my body or something that is an expression only through my body. I realized for me, because of this style of dancing, dance for me was more an expression of sound, of music, of musical notes, of rhythmic patterns, more than anything else. So in dance, when you just move your hands, it is always in sync with music and with sound. So that is what my dance style taught me, to be more alert of what the music is trying to tell. And I think I have one more question. What do I think about the future? Future of this dance style? I think it has a great future if we try and go beyond boundaries, exactly what One Beat offered me to do. Otherwise, I don't see why a Kathak dancer would be part of a music program. And I was the only one who used this applied form as a dancer, whereas there were 29 other musicians with me. And I collaborated with a quattro player, and the link is available on Vimeo on the One Beat channel. I collaborated with several African djembe players, and they were amazing musicians, and rhythm was in their blood, so we could completely sing. Then I also performed with a banjo player, with a dulcimer player, with a gayagum player. So that was, I mean, I couldn't have seen this dance form go beyond the boundaries and collaborate with all these different styles. So which is why I think this dance form has a great future. Only if you try to break the barrier between being a purist and then going ahead and experimenting and exploring more possibilities. Are there any more questions? I'm going to quickly check on Facebook. Okay. Hopefully you can stay tuned to our channels, and if you ever get a chance, go ahead and learn Kathak and go ahead and learn some foot percussion.